What's up, everybody? Mike B, aka Phony. Welcome to another episode of Trials Evolution Tuesdays, aka Tits, because we love them. Yeah. I need a theme song or something for this. As you can see, I am joined today by Emojo, Nesquick, and Low Risk FF. Thank you very much, you guys, for jumping in here and helping me play some of these Supercross maps. That's right, today we're going to be talking about Supercross maps, the concept of maps, and why they get no love. Because if you go to select a map in Trials, right, you go to the map like downloader or whatever, you have a couple different selections. You could choose like whatever Red Links picks is awesome, and then you have highest rated all time for Trials, highest rated all time for skills. Then you can have all the new Trials, all the new skill maps, and then all the new Supercross ones, right? But then skills and trial maps, those maps have a neat little section called hottest in the past 48 hours, basically highest rated past 48 hours, which is great because otherwise you would just have the same damn maps just chilling in the highest rated of all time section, and you would hardly ever get any rotation out of it. And if you made a map and submitted it, it would get bumped off and nobody would ever see it again. So my original intention today was to get in here and try to figure out why there's not enough love happening for Supercross. For Supercross, it's just new maps and highest rate of all times. And I get tired of saying the same crap in the highest rated one, so I just don't even bother with Supercross anymore. And I feel like Supercross is some of the most fun that I've had in Trials. I mean, if you look at this, I have 3 other people that I'm racing. Granted, I may be a little ahead of them right now, you know, because I'm good at video games and stuff. But still, there's something wrong with Supercross, and I intend on finding out. And I think I have it all figured out. First, we have obsessive compulsive. I like to put all kinds of random shit all over my map syndrome. If you notice back there's all kinds of random vertices and polygons and stuff flying all over my screen, just graphical errors left and right. And then not to mention the fact that I'm running at like 15 frames per second here, which is amazing. Thankfully, I wasn't the only one. I thought it was just me, but everybody immediately said, holy crap, my frames, where'd they go? And this is one of the things I talked about in the first test. Remember that? I was like, oh my god, this guy put everything he could possibly squeeze into one map, and it ran like garbage. That's the same thing that's happening here, which is very unfortunate because this actually looks like a pretty cool map. Next up is I don't give 2 shits about my friend's disease, and this one's very easy to point out. You see, what ends up happening is somebody doesn't end up testing the map on all 4 lanes, and so you get into a map with all your friends when all of a sudden, yeah, you see? What ends up happening is all the lanes aren't put in between the obstacles, and so your friends will run into them, or whoever ends up getting whatever lane that's clearly screwed, and that's it. And this is not the only map that I found this in. Check this out. Here's me. I have the win. I got this nailed. I'm gonna show off in front of all these dudes from the internet, and they're gonna be like, damn, that Mike B is great. What just happened? I think we need an instant replay. Here I am, chasing my hopes and dreams and aspirations of becoming a world-class Trials player, when all of a sudden, they're gone. They're just gone, just like that. You see what you do to us, map creators? Stop doing this. And to go back to Candyland, besides the frames being an issue and the random graphical errors, notice that I am not in the furthest lane away from the camera. You see how there's one lane on the other side of me right there? Where the fuck did it go? Where is it? Oh, here it is. It went wherever that goes. What the crap? What does this even mean? The entire rest of the race? There's just 3 people. Does it just randomly shit on one person just for no reason? If you're gonna make a track designed for 4 people to participate in, please make it so that all 4 people can participate from beginning to end. It makes the map work so much better. But it's not all bad, guys, not all bad. There are some really great tracks that aren't, you know, one of the static 16 tracks that exist in the highest rated Supercross tracks. I went through the new bin and I picked out a bunch of good ones. Actually, I picked out a whole bunch of random ones. Turns out some of them were actually pretty good. The other ones are more towards the beginning of the show. Now, notice how we keep shitting on ourselves here over and over again because we can't make this jump. I ain't even mad. This is labeled as a difficult track, which means there are probably some pretty difficult elements in it. This is something that requires skill. This part requires skill. There, see? Now I made it. You see, you can do it. It's just hard. The track doesn't randomly disappear. You're not gonna hit an invisible wall. It's just hard, and that is okay. Now, I'm not gonna say that this track is absolutely perfect. It has its moments where it's great and other moments where it's like, why is there a rock in the middle of the road? What was the design decision there? Well, I have a stretch of the road here with nothing on it. I'm just gonna drop a couple rocks there, no problem. What? And of course, it's followed up by 300 miles of nothing, But you better stay on your toes because you never know when a big ass rock might be in the road. Now I want to reiterate that I pulled all these maps from the new bin. That means a lot of these guys, probably first time map makers, are throwing something up to get it seen and all that stuff, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is that nobody's making really great tracks. Even this track looks really good, get caught on a random torch. Wow, that sucks. It was going really great to that point. Even then I could dismiss it because the rest of the map was still really good. Some of these guys are actually getting pretty smart. They're taking really popular tracks and they're remaking the idea, but with 4 players in mind, which I don't mind that at all. If you can make that happen on some of these, fantastic, do it. Granted, this is probably a really bad example of that, but I'm okay with this because it's more content for people that like the side-by-side 4-player racing environment. Oh, by the way, I learned a new trick. If you have bailout for finish turned on, you could do this. So the bottom line is this: if you make a skills map or a trials map or a supercross map, it doesn't matter what kind it is, if it's bad or if it's not very well tested, it makes everybody look bad. It makes Red Links look bad. It makes players feel bad about themselves, and then they give you a 1 star, then you feel bad too. Everybody feels bad. You see how that works? So just get in there, test your track for like 2 minutes, or maybe even make all 4 lanes go to the very end. That's always really nice too. We're not asking for much, we're just looking for great content from great people like you. Except for that guy that made Candyland. He could suck a dick.